Hello and welcome everyone to It's a Trap. It's the map. As always, a terrible Admiral Akbar joke. We are in the Marlborough, man. This is the Tier 8 Premium British Fire Starter Battleship. So we have this commander and ship outfitted for range and accuracy and anything that has to do with boosting our HE shell and fire starting abilities, because that's kind of where the strength of this ship lies. And in World of Warships Legends fashion, we like to boost the strengths of our ships with those commander perks, right? That's typically the best course of action. And I was sitting on this game for a little bit, kind of thinking if I should do a voiceover or not, because I literally titled the video Marlborough okay. like it's not the bestest, awesomest game in the Marlborough, but it does highlight the kind of the perks and the strengths of this ship, and we do pretty good in this game. We do have a good game. So stay tuned if you haven't already left, if you haven't already stopped watching. We get 9,000 damage off the bat with a high explosive salvo, right? So no citadels needed, you guys. We started a fire. So since we started a fire on the Richelieu and he put it out right away, we are going to try and start another fire on the Richelieu, because then it'll burn. Burn, baby, burn. So we'll keep picking on him. This ARP, I like to call it the AARP Musashi. That is like $90 for that ship if you've bought it. It's just ridiculous. We will fire spam him as well. But yes, I am impressed that I've seen so many people purchasing that ship. I'm pretty sure the only way to get it is with doubloons. So you've either played a lot and saved a lot of doubloons, or you forked over like $90 for the amount of doubloons you needed. Come on, give us a fire. Nope. So the fire on the Musashi's burning still. Oh, nope, never mind. That's somebody else's fire, and we're not getting damage anymore. Alright. Alright, can we get a fire on Richelieu? So ideally, you trigger them to use their damage con with the first one, and then you keep fire spamming them, and then they can't damage con the second fire, right? But we're not having that kind of luck. He started speeding up instead of going backwards. What a jerk. Alright. Come on, buddy. What are you gonna do? So he's being smart, and he's pointing forward. Richelieu's got a heck of armor set up for the front of his ship, and then he's making himself a little bit smaller of a target, right? So it's harder for us to hit him. So there we go with another fire. He may not have damage con ready for a little while, and it looks like our destroyer sent a bunch of torpedoes in their direction. So since Richelieu's on fire, we will start picking on the ARP Musashi, right? Alright, Bismarck finished him off. And we trigger fire there. So this damage over time, these floods and fires, like that's what's winning the battle on this side of the map right now, right? Floods and fires. We finally get lit on fire by somebody. We'll use our damage con right away. I am not worried about torpedoes at the moment, because I think their destroyer is probably what capped Zone C. And yep, sure thing, there he is popping up on the mini-map over at Zone C. If I suspected their destroyer was on this side, there's only one destroyer on each team for this game. If I suspected he was anywhere near me over here, I might have let that fire burn out. It's always circumstantial. But yes, flooding, always a bajillion times worse than fire. So typically you want to save your... Oop, we might take some hits here. This might be bad. Nope. Oh, tickled a little bit. But yes, typically you want to save your damage con for flooding, obviously. Alright, ARP, Musashi. Fire! Yes! Our 8th fire for the night has got us up to almost 80,000 damage done. Alright, so it's a little bit better than an okay game, right? Alright, Pomeroy hasn't had any fires yet. He wants some. Alabama looks like he needs a new one as well.
Acknowledged.
Alright, fire for Pomeroy. Oh, looks like he's got a couple going. And he put him out. I feel like people are just saving their damage con for my fires. Bunch of jerks. Let everybody else's fires burn, but Phoenix 6-1, if he lights you on fire, you gotta put that out. Ooh, that was a good hit. I mean, we are doing, like, this is pretty brutal. Like, we're doing decent damage just overall with the shells. With the HE shells. Now, don't get me wrong. If we got a good broadside shot on anybody, like a battleship or cruiser, we're switching to AP if time allows, right? So, man, that's Alabama needs to. He's whittling. Those fires are putting us over 100,000 damage. But yeah, like so, like here, this would be a decent AP round shot on this Alabama, but he's so low, I didn't want to switch. And then, of course, he must have a heal going. And that's what's keeping him alive at the moment. So when that heal runs out, he's gonna die pretty quick. If we don't finish him with bullets, then we do. One hit him. Well, one killed him. I don't know. Some of the slow travelers might have hit his dead corpse. Mogami, he is kind of far out, but we will take the shots and see if we can't light him on fire. Those type, like that cruiser, like he's, you know, if he's paying attention. He should be able to dodge our bullets for the most part, but well, we get one, and then yeah, so he's turning away. Ooh, we get an incapacitation.
Problem solved, sir.
Suck it. But yeah, he was able to dodge a good chunk of our bullets, just because we're so far out, and he's in a somewhat maneuverable cruiser. If you're paying attention at all, which at tier 7s and 8s, I would hope you can pay attention. We'll take the auto-aim shot at the Pomeroy and see if we can't trigger a fire on him. So what I was thinking was I would continue to back up and almost do a full-on U-turn and then go forward into Zone B, but now I got a little confused as to what I wanted to do. But we'll continue to do that, and then if you don't know, when you use the look and you aim in one direction and then go into the overview camera, your guns will continue to turn in that direction that you aimed them, even while you're in overview camera. So, if you're in a battleship which has slow-moving turrets in general, you can use the overview camera here like we're doing, and your turrets will continue to move and aim in the direction that you had been aiming when you weren't in overview camera, if that makes sense. It's the best I can explain it, you guys. Just play around with it, okay? We're finally taking some bad hits, so we will use our second and final heal to soak some of those up. And need somebody to spot the Mogami for us. We'll take the shots. I doubt any of those are going to hit him because it looked like he was kind of moving away and in towards the island, but we took them because there's nothing else to shoot at right now. Maybe the Pomeroy will be available by the time we reload, who knows. But we will head towards B, see if we can help get a capture there. This game is not set in stone just yet, people. Nice shot from the Azure. Nice job. Finish off the Mogami. We are still in range of the Pomeroy, so we could technically still help out if he shows up behind, you know, if he comes out around behind that island. But as for the moment, he is one-on-one with our cruiser up there. We'll see if we can't get shots on this Seattle. Aiming a little bit higher because it looked like he was starting to turn away from us. And then you're checking on the Pomeroy and seeing if we've got anything. If the guns were pointed now, we might be able to, but I don't know if these are gonna. Yeah, so I'm keeping an eye on the mini-map as well, and noticed he was turning down, turning southward, whatever you want to call it, on the mini-map. So we had to aim a little bit further out, and I think those are gonna hit the mountains. Now we're getting spotted by airplanes, and we are probably the closest ship to the enemy airplanes, so it looks like he is going to pick on us. We've got a decent chunk of health, but some torpedoes from some high-level, some high-tier Japanese bombers do not feel good.
In 5 minutes.
But the British battleships do have some pretty decent AA. So we're shooting some of his planes down. I think we're gonna, yep, that was a good shot by him. Took all 3 of those. Classic fashion. Another one shot down. Maybe we'll get a clear sky. We have no medals yet, you guys. Maybe we'll get a clear skies out of this if he doesn't kill us. So I noticed our aircraft carrier, he intentionally flew over top of us and then dropped fighters, so I sent him a thank you. He didn't notice that. Because this is a team game, guys. It's not all about you. We still got bombed. That was bad. Like, we were over half health and that now this guy's just exclusively focusing on us and we're damn near dead. Payback will be a bitch, buddy, if you get spotted. We got some crazy range with this ship. I mean, he is like right out there. You can see where the next set of torpedo bombers are coming from the mini-map. There he is. Oh, it's Percival. This is the, what is that? That's the British one. I thought they were Japanese ones. That's a big mistake. Those are very different planes. So I'm moving in towards the island here. This is going to make a little bit more difficult for him to hit us. Come on, AAA. Come on. So yeah, so if we had gotten a little bit further in, he wouldn't have been able to drop that. He would have had to, it would have either hit the land or gone underneath us, right? So, but we avoided one by shooting the plane down. No flood, thankfully. Although we did have damage con ready, so we would have been able to manage that. We'll slow down just a little bit to make sure we get this zone cap, because it may be the last thing we do in this game. Get this zone cap if we don't die or somebody finish off the carrier. Maybe it'll be us. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll get to the carrier. Like, these cruisers gotta, like, someone's gotta be able to reach him. Alright, destroyers dumping torpedoes. He's pretty full on health still. It's the one cheap shot we got on him. We might get close enough to this crew. Like, I'm gonna prioritize just heading towards him. Because, you know, if we die, it's not a big deal. Like, we're still gonna win this game. But, so I'm gonna prioritize trying to get closer to their carrier so that I can get shots. But we're so close to this cruiser to our right. I don't know why he's, like, kind of moving away from us. I would suspect he'd be moving towards us, because that would be towards their carrier. Yeah, that guy. But if he was close enough to us, we'd be able to get some will to rebuild. That sweet will to rebuild. And we're so close. He's going to turn in and go stuff himself in that corner back there. So we're going to probably have to get a little closer before our bullets actually start hitting him. That destroyer needs intelligence data, so we will get it for him. Gotcha, buddy. So yeah, now we'll be able to unload. So I think we used our HE shells pretty much the whole time here during this game, but I think what I said before though, like if you've got a good shot, don't underestimate the AP shells in the British battleships still. Like they can still be really brutal, you can still get wicked Citadel hits with them. But yeah, for the most part, I'm prioritizing the HE shells just because that's the strength of the ship, and that's how we have the commander outfitted too. So we get the high caliber and the kill and the dreadnought, all three at the end there. So that's turned an okay game into a great one. The glorious finish right there at the end. Didn't quite make the top of the leaderboard there. We're just about 10 points away from it. I'll show you how we have the commander set out. This is really Andrew Cunningham, but we have this sexy racer chick, this Ella Rosie, whatever you want to call her. Yes, our inspirations are shell grouping and fire from those two guys. And then, of course, range. The main perk is range. Shell grouping, range, traverse speed. You know, we're just doing traverse speed over AP shell damage. Just because we don't use the AP shells that much, right? So, stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We will have more World of Warships videos on the way, guys. We try to do at least one a day.